Hey, welcome to Men on Scandal. This is our weekly look at Scandal, the television show from a male perspective. And Mark Clark is in Washington, D.C., and Troy Johnson is in Washington, D.C., and I'm Tony Scott in, where am I? Dallas. I was going to say I was in St. Louis, but I haven't lived in St. Louis in a year and a half, so nope. I'm in Dallas. This episode, guys, is season 6, episode 4, called The Belt.
Yeah, man.
And when I first saw that, I was like, okay, like the Beltway, the belt. And I was way off the mark.
Yes, you were.
We'll find out. This episode opens up with Cyrus being taken to prison under heavy security. He was fingerprinted, he was photographed, and then there were 2 words: wider, wider.
Man, yeah, that was a great dehumanizing.
It was dehumanizing
capture of what it's like to go through that. I thought that was a great directing from Sean.
How
do
you know?
Well, that time I went down.
I'm sorry?
He's got I think he has a gun in his anal cavity. Oh, I'm sorry. His prostate's out of control. Sorry, my bad. My bad, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Ouch, that hurt.
Olivia and Melly are celebrating the fact that Melly's going to be the president by dancing to In Vogue, Free Your Mind.
Man.
And your ass will follow. That was the George Clinton line, right?
That's Melly's jam.
Yes.
Yeah, Melly was dancing a lot like Elaine on Seinfeld for a minute there. What was that about?
It's keeping it real.
Yep. And Huck is watching video of the Vargas campaign, and that lady who maced him in the mall parking lot or the office parking lot, he's kind of smitten there a little bit. He's kind of crushing on her, man. I forgot her name, but you know she's got his attention. He's checking her out. He looks at her in the video. He smiles.
What a surprise! Huck is turned on by a woman who assaulted him.
Yeah.
It starts with him.
Who gets the pervy smile award? Is it Cyrus or Huck? Because they both have that pervy.
I like Cyrus. But I like Cyrus.
Cyrus is more sinister.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it really is. So Marcus is answering questions from the press during a press briefing, and it's all about Cyrus. What's going to happen? What about the death penalty? Is that on the table? All that kind of stuff. And Marcus said, "You got to ask the Justice Department. I'm Wes. I ain't in this mess."
Right.
I gotta say, Marcus does look younger without the goatee. I'm like, yeah, goatee does, you know. Okay, I see, Marcus. You look less threatening without the goatee. I have to agree with the whites on this one.
Wow.
Not the whites.
I mean, it's a factor. I mean, like Troy, last week you mentioned off air, we're talking about Lester Holt. Lester Holt without a mustache is non-threatening, and you would not be afraid of him even with a hoodie on. You'd be like, go on in. Same thing with Marcus.
Yeah. Well, you know, facial hair gives you a different look, obviously, but it gives you a more serious look, and it also ages you.
Yeah. Look at us.
Well, Troy's clean shaven.
I got a little.
We look like
you got a little thing going on.
We look like Ray. We look like Ray Goodman and Brown, or the main ingredient in this biatch.
Oh man. But you're right, Tony.
Ray Goodman and Brown.
A good shave takes that gray away.
Yeah, well.
For some of us.
For some of us, yes.
Tony,
Abby tells David that Cyrus cannot get the death penalty. And then Abby and the FBI director, Angela Webster, they apparently decided to have a little pissing contest in David's office, man. And Abby shuts it down and says that for this conversation, I am the president.
Well.
And we'll find out later how that wasn't necessarily true.
That was a good line at the time, though.
It was a good line at the time. I mean, you know, if she was a sister girl, she could have snapped her fingers and stuff and walked away.
That's pretty good for the lightest person in the room.
Cyrus is taken for a walk, man, in a cage. He's got to just walk. What was that, like an 8x6 cage, man? What was that, man? It was like
that's an exercise.
Yeah, and he sees Tom. Now, what are the odds of that? But he tells the guard he needs to talk with Tom, and he keeps trying to explain to the guard, I need to talk to Tom. You need to let me talk to him. I know that guy. I need to talk to him. It's important. And the guards, you know, they're kind of talking over each other. And finally, the guard like spits in Cyrus's face to shut him up. I mean, like not spit, water spit like loogie spit.
Yes.
Man.
Why is that? Why is that like when you see that on TV? It's like That's so low. That's so.
And the descent continues. Damn, what's going to be next?
Man. And it worked because Cyrus shut the hell up. So,
hey man, spitting on people is frowned upon.
It is frowned upon, but I mean that's
there's
no the loogies involved.
There's no coming back from that. I mean that just defies all decorum, and I don't know.
It defies humanity, is what it does, man. It's just something that's just it's beneath humanity to do that to someone.
I agree.
So, Abby tells Liz that she needs Tom to get a message to Cyrus. And Liz tells her that she no longer works for Cyrus. She says she worked for him one day, and her life is garbage. she now has to use Open Table to get a restaurant table, man. I bet Open Table liked that plug, man. That was sweet. Liz says, "I'll get Cyrus a message if you get me a job."
Poor Liz. Boy. I like Liz. I mean, I just think she's a handsome woman, but it's tough times for that lady. Because she's the one who's she's backstabbed. She's smart though. She's fought her way to the top throughout all these years. She's fought all the battles, but all the shame. She has set all the shame aside though. I need a job.
Well, but that wardrobe's still tight though. That wardrobe and haircut.
The wardrobe is tight.
Wardrobe and haircut always tight.
Yes, you're right.
But she has that Private Benjamin mentality, man. Where struggle is beneath her.
Right.
Yeah.
To struggle, that's not her world. I don't. It's like last week when she said she had to crawl on the grass to get to the back door.
Mm.
I had to crawl on the ground, and that was like an issue for her because it's not her world.
But ironically, she did it though. She didn't think twice about it.
and actually, that kind of turned me on just then. That's kind of interesting. I'm just saying.
Well, Liz goes to see Cyrus. Liz tells Cyrus he doesn't have to worry about the death penalty. He tells Liz that he'll settle for a lifetime in solitary confinement. She goes, "Sounds like a plan."
What they bargain? What they bargain for me?
What is that? Cyrus wants Liz to get a message to Tom because he wants Tom to know that he loves him. That way, Tom will recant everything, and Cyrus will be innocent, and he'll get out of prison.
Lord have
So
mercy.
Huck, meantime, is at this girl's apartment, and he's securing the apartment, the alarm, the whole thing like that. And they talk for a little bit, chit-chat, and then they move on to another scene at OPA, where Huck is back there, and he asks, who killed Jenny? Who killed Jennifer Fields? Who killed her? And Olivia says it was Tom, and Huck says Tom never confessed to killing Jennifer. And then they realize, no, well, who's been charged with her murder? Nobody's been charged with her murder. It's like the girl never even existed.
Yeah.
No one's even looking out for her, for who did kill her. They all assume it was Tom, and we'll find out about that later on in the episode. Cyrus sees the prison guard puts some drugs in the inmate's pocket, and so Cyrus asks the inmate across from him, "How do you get things? What's the currency here?" And that dude, Ralph, he just tells Cyrus, "All you need is a belt to hang yourself with."
Thanks, neighbor.
42 Portly, get it done. Yeah.
Now that dude is locked up for eating his sister, his father, his mother, but he said he didn't eat the dog because he says that's just not right.
He didn't like dessert. I don't like brownies. And his name was Brownie.
Oh man. So Cyrus tells Gerald is
oh boy.
So this prison guard that's dealing with Cyrus, his name is Gerald, and Cyrus asks Gerald for pen and paper and a radio. Or he'll tell that Gerald is a drug mule. And he says, "I can get you out of the problem that you're in of being a drug mule if you just, hook me up with pen and paper." So we'll see how that works out. Huck, meantime, is now moved on to teaching the girl self-defense. And she catches on, it seems like pretty quick, and punches him in the nose and draws blood. And I think Huck got some wood out of that, man.
I think he
did. He got
I told you,
got a bit of a chubby going there.
Every time she assaults him, he's excited.
Yeah. Well, What is that, man?
It looks like Chris Brown and Rihanna's relationship. That's the problem. I'm here all week, everybody.
Hey.
Fitz is in bed reading, and FBI Director Angela Webster is in bed reading too. They're actually in the same bed. So apparently she decided to go for it, man.
He likes the chocolate. Likes the chocolate.
Fitz has a type.
Yes.
Yes.
He was going over his papers. She was going through Black Enterprise. It was a memorable scene. It was. I didn't know Earl Graves was sick. You know, she was like.
Oh man.
Fitz was like, who?
Now,
And then they're cut.
I gotta ask though. Sidebar: Should Fitz have a type in this show? Are we saying that his type is,
Black, like his coffee?
Yeah.
Well, I guess not, because actually,
No, he did run through a few women after him and Olivia broke up, and him and Melly were done. He ran through a couple of women, but once you go black, man,
has he gone back?
got a black woman in bed with him, man.
Has he gone back? I was trying to think. Since maybe not. I don't know.
She tells Fitz that she understands why he would pursue the death penalty for Cyrus, and Fitz is like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And she explains to him that Abby came into a meeting with me, and walked in on a meeting with me and the Attorney General, and says that you said that the death penalty is off the table. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. He gets out of bed, I guess, to make a phone call. But Fitz ain't know.
That's that woman-ish right there, Jack.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, pissing contest. Okay. I'll be seeing the president later on.
Yep. Let's see. Prison guard Gerald gets Cyrus the pen and paper that Cyrus wanted, and he tells Gerald that he needs to find something that the inmates, that he has something that they want. He needs to find his oval. And I was like, in prison, there's a lot of ovals. What are you talking about, man?
There's a white supremacist got an oval. I saw that last week. Also, Gerald told Cyrus that he was embarrassed by his overly black name and being in prison. I'm a Hispanic man and my name is Gerald. That's a lot of pressure that comes with that.
Where'd you get Hispanic from? Where'd that come from? I didn't see him as Hispanic. You saw him as Hispanic?
I'm other. Well, Gerald identified you as a big black guy. I don't know.
I mean, he did have a Hispanic look to him.
Yeah, how many? I don't see.
Not to me. He didn't to me.
Well, Tony, you're Hispanic. You don't know these things. We know about stereotypes about your people.
I don't remember his Officer Gutierrez. I don't remember if that was his name. Or
Oh man,
Gerald is like, "What you doing, Gerald?" He looked like Cedric the Entertainer, a mix of Cedric the Entertainer and me. That's what that name says.
Oh man.
Not Tony and Troy. That's not a mix.
Oh man.
Cyrus writes his letter. It's a big letter too, a long letter, and he gives it to Liz to give to Tom. And Fitz calls out Abby in front of David and Angela in a meeting in the Oval Office, and she asks Fitz for a private conversation, and he's like, "Nah, man, say what you're gonna say, man. Nah, ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen."
Now,
and Fitz orders Abby to stay away from the Cyrus investigation.
Now, Allison pointed out in the outfit that the FBI director had on in that scene might have been close to inappropriate. She had the full.
Yeah, she had two bald-headed men on top of her sticking out of her blouse.
She had that brown cleavage, that beautiful bounty of brown cleavage was. Yeah, I'm the director of the FBI. Okay. I don't know.
Who are your two bodyguards that are sitting right there? Who are they?
Oh man.
What the hell is that? So Michael goes to visit Cyrus. There'll be no contact though. They don't play that.
Yeah.
No contact. Michael says he's leaving Cyrus.
And Cyrus said, "If I'd known you were going to come, I would have." What are you going to do, man? You're in prison.
Right.
What you gonna,
Yeah.
I would have freshened down. I mean, what you going to do?
Cyrus did ask for Ella though.
It didn't matter that Cyrus was going in though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Well,
didn't care. Yeah. And poor Michael's like, look, I didn't wear this members only leather jacket for. I had to. I didn't wear this for a reason. I got something to tell you.
that's right. Michael pulls out the letter Cyrus wrote to Tom. And Cyrus tells him the letter is all lies. It was to get Tom to recant his confession, but Michael ain't buying it, man. Michael's like, nah, man. Nah, that ain't that's crap. And you know,
You almost felt like Cyrus was gonna say call him stupid at that one point. It's a ploy, like, stupid. Good gracious.
That would have ruined any chance. You're trying to get somebody back. You don't call them stupid.
I just can't get. I mention this each week, but I just can't get over how Michael went from this strapping supermodel to this little kind of.
Hey, you do a kid's hair every day.
That is true. You be exposed to Afro Sheen every day.
Take something out of
the chemicals, man.
Take something out of
the chemicals, man.
You be exposed to Bronner's Bronner Brothers products every day and be a white guy. See what happens.
And a hot comb.
And a hot comb.
Well, if you saw Ella in that dream sequence, it looked like the hot comb was like he ain't mastered that yet.
You try to give you sulfur 8 every day and see what happens.
Sulfur 8
for dandruff, by the way.
Oh boy.
You try scratching dandruff.
And putting Vaseline in. Okay, sorry.
Damn. Wait a minute. BO5. All right. Okay, move on.
I was trying to think of the pink one, Troy. That was going to be my killer line, but I couldn't think of the pink product. Yeah. Remember that pink
oil moisturizer or something?
Pink oil moisturizer.
Yes.
Pink oil.
Yes.
God, you know what? And you know what? King's Beauty Supply. Shout that out to St. Louis.
Yes.
That's the only reason Troy knows that one.
Yeah.
Fitz announces to the American people that he is in fact seeking the death penalty on Cyrus, man. Cyrus hears it on the radio. He's got that radio that he wanted in his cell. The other inmate asked Cyrus. And then you hear this voice from across the next cell going, "You ready for that belt now?" I was like, could it get any worse? And actually it could for Cyrus, and it does. Man, Gerald of the guard asked Cyrus if he wants some time outside. I can get you a couple of minutes of some fresh air. You want to go outside? And Cyrus, who's devastated that Fitz is going to seek the death penalty, says, "Yeah, I could use some fresh air."
Some fresh air since you're having a bad day, basically.
Yeah.
But he should. Yeah. He gave a clue though. He's like, you know, get some fresh air so you can kick it. Cyrus should have known then. What?
Yeah, he puts him outside and leaves him outside, and he steps back into the building, just watching out the window. And Cyrus realizes what's getting ready to happen. Friends of Frankie Vargas show up. Yes. And they pretty much beat the crap out of Cyrus, man. They beat him so much that he actually had a dream. He wakes up in the hospital. Michael's there. Olivia's there. Tom recanted, said Cyrus had nothing to do with the killing of Frankie Vargas. They're going to drop the charges. The Electoral College will vote for Cyrus. Olivia says, make Melly your vice president, and we won't stand in your way, but then you realize it was all a dream.
Yes.
It was all. And I realized it was a dream when Olivia was in the room. Is that when you realized it was a dream?
It was a very obvious dream sequence to me.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I thought the beating clue was a little messed up when the guy's like, "I voted for Frankie, but you ain't vote for nobody. You've been in prison."
Felons can't vote.
Oh man!
Just last week, you fool. Yeah. When he started seeing it, I actually fell for it until he started seeing the women's pictures. Yeah. And I realized, okay, you know, damn women in the White House.
Oh, so they were in the Oval Office when you realized? Yeah,
it took me a while. I'm not that smart. I went to Lincoln Land Community College. It took
on scholarship.
I didn't know Sojourner Douglas. Sojourner Douglas was on the new the Oval Office emblem. Beautiful. And was that Eleanor Roosevelt? Was she like an angel or something? Was she like a little shoulder kind of floating up? Like, woo! I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute.
Yeah, you were late to the party, man.
Yeah.
Cyrus calls Olivia. You ever get those phone calls on the request line when you're doing your radio show? I used to get them a lot in St. Louis. People will call so-and-so's calling from correctional. Will you accept the charge? No, I'm not going to accept the charges. I'm not like, we're not allowed. You cannot call from the jailhouse to call her. Why would you call a radio station from the jailhouse?
Why?
I got a song.
Why would you do that?
That's right.
And a radio station is not going to accept the charge or whatever it is to accept. We're not allowed to do that.
Well, which would you prefer, Tony? Would you prefer the phone call or the 93-page letter from the inmate with illustrations?
I've never opened one.
Oh, okay.
Well, shout out to our man Roy, who used to come by after he got out. After he came home, he came by. Remember? Shout out to Roy, man. We dedicate this one to Roy, man.
Now, I regretted, for 1 second, I regretted not opening and not taking a phone call one time. I was in a record store after we did a radio live morning show from a record store, and I'm walking around looking at records after the show, and this guy walks up to me, and he says, "Yeah, man, I've been in prison 35 years for killing somebody."
Damn.
I was like, damn, I should have read that letter. should have read that letter.
Skip that one.
Oh, man.
Tony, you cold-hearted son of a... Oh, sorry.
So Cyrus calls Olivia. Cyrus says it wasn't him. And Olivia says, you know what? I can't help you. You need to stop being a monster. You need to be a man.
Yeah.
And she says, I will always be your friend, but I will never speak to you again. And she hangs up.
Damn.
And by then, this is right after he got, not right after, but it wasn't long after he got this beat down from friends of Frankie Vargas. Man, he looked really bad. It's like one of his eyes like moved down here. It was like,
yes.
Wow, they got you, man.
And Olivia, for some reason, her lips look very succulent on that call. I am your friend. That's why she zeroed in on her lips. I am your friend. I will not ever talk to you again. I was like, oh, Olivia. You are so beautiful, Olivia. Sorry. Maybe it was just me. I'm sorry.
Is that maybe? I think it might have been, man.
What kind of friendship is that?
Yeah.
I will always be your friend, but I'll never speak to you again. Damn.
Well,
Thank you.
but then going forward now, how many times do you think Americans will use that line now?
Yeah, we're not.
Oh,
I don't think we're not that strong. I think most Americans just don't ever call the person again. All right, man. Okay, buddy. All right, I'll talk to you later. Never talk to him again.
Wow. Well, so prison guard Gerald brings Cyrus dinner with extra bread and the good butter.
Damn, Gerald.
It's important that Gerald points out the good butter, man.
Yeah, this is stuff we use.
And Cyrus says, yeah, let me have your belt, man. It's like Cyrus is beat down, man. Let me have the belt. And he goes, we'll blame it on another guard. Who's your least favorite guard? It's some guy named Keith Bosco, who they apparently have decided that they're going to get the blame. He's going to get the blame for giving Cyrus the belt.
Gerald's an ass, man. I mean,
he's not real sharp.
He doesn't care. I mean, maybe he just feels like he'd never get caught behind any of this stuff. But you're a drug mule. You're bringing contraband into the jail. You're sanctioning a suicide attempt and implicating another guard.
Yeah.
At the same time, like none of that would come back.
Hey, man.
I guess there's no camera on that wing of the jail showing you passing a belt through the slats.
Man, let me tell you, hey, Troy, you're not working New York. Looks like Rikers to me. I'm just playing.
Gerald offers Cyrus his belt, and Cyrus gives him a letter to give to Ralph across the way, the one who ate his sister and his mom and his dad, but not the dog. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Ralph's choking Gerald. He's choking him out, man. Where'd that come from?
That note.
Yeah.
Do it now.
I was
You forget Cyrus, man. You dealing with a boss, man.
Yeah, apparently, because they all of them, Ralph, the guard Gerald, and Cyrus all make their way to Tom's cell. Yeah. And Ralph is choking out Tom. Now, how is Ralph lifting Tom off the ground when he's standing on the bed, which isn't that far off the ground, and Tom is like 6'5", and this other guy's like 5'11", maybe.
Tony, he ate 3 people.
Yeah, he's strong, man. When you eat a person, you take on their strength. He ate like, we only know 3 might ate like 10 or 15 people. We got the strength of 15 men and a dog named Brownie.
Oh man.
Oh no. Tom says so. Tom gets a reprieve, and he's not actually killed, but he's laying he's laying on the cell floor, and he tells Cyrus that he did not kill Frankie. He didn't. He says, I didn't kill Frankie. I just said that to get back at you. I didn't kill him at all. Which Cyrus says, well, that leaves me off the hook. Because then if you didn't do it, then I had nothing to do with it. That's what he's thinking. Meantime, OPA finds evidence that Tom was miles away. Hundreds of miles.
He was in St. Louis.
They had Tom at a Steak and Shake getting a chili mac at 12:55 a.m. with fries.
So that means Tom is innocent too. So who killed Frankie then?
You know who?
Who?
You know who?
The guy you haven't seen for a while.
Yeah, them killers.
Who?
Them killers that be killing everybody.
Who have
you talking about? You talking about Papa Pope?
Or the like. Yeah.
Or his chief underling.
Oh, Jake.
Jake. From State Farm. No, I mean.
Well, I guess that's where it ends up, man. Because it wasn't Tom.
It's crazy how Olivia, who has all the insight, always misses this.
But she always doubles back around and then gets it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, after
now.
Yeah, everybody's done. It's the same thing. OPA, y'all not as good as y'all. They're getting paid too much. Y'all okay?
Well, to make Mark's point, Cyrus went to jail, but he's innocent. So a thorough investigation would have found that out before. The guy who could have been this close to being president should never even gone into a jail cell.
Well, but if you remember, though, the deal Cyrus cut with Fitz was either you'll die for this.
Right.
What was it? And it was either that or you resign and don't become the president.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was the deal Cyrus took, right?
I mean,
because you remember Liz went to Fitz and says, "Is that deal still on the table? Because we're going to take it."
The president did hit Cyrus with you can get with this or you can get with that option. So
did he do it with a funky beat underneath it?
And Cyrus said, I think I'll get with that because that is kind of fat. If I must admit.
That must have been on one of the behind the scenes thing. You got to go to the website to see. I missed that. I'm sorry.
Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. That train comes off the track. Pick it up.
Yeah, Sony, it's a different, another model. You got another channel.
I missed that, man. That must have been that must have been on another stream that I missed.
It's on the HD version, if you will.
Is that what it was? I must have caught the 720, not the 1080, man. So that's kind of like. Anyway, that's how the episode ends, man. So, did I miss anything?
Pretty good, man.
I think you got it all.
This was a pretty fast moving episode, I thought, even though it was all about Cyrus, obviously.
Yes.
And it needed to be because, and it's interesting because, usually, I don't know if they're just trying to make up ground from being off for when Carrie had the baby, but they seem to, these first 4 episodes, man, they're popping through an hour, man. They're really moving because usually something like this, finding out that Cyrus was the one behind it, that would be the cliffhanger for the end of the season. They would drag it out so long. But that was like last week he was getting locked up. This week he did get locked up.
Well, I think I'm tying it to the recent weight loss from the creator. She's got more energy now. Shonda's just riding up a storm.
So she lost some more weight, so that makes the episode move faster?
Typing up stuff. And then, shing!
She's still using the typewriter, is she, man?
She keeps it authentic. Shing! Oh, they gonna love this. Shing! And then Gerald said Gerald. Gerald. Gustavo. No, Gerald. I like Gerald.
Gustavo.
Gerald. I like Gerald.
Oh
man. Anyway, that's the episode. So
did she throw the paper up in the air like Stephen J. Cannell back in the day?
Man, it's hard to believe. Like, we actually have witnessed the whole generation, not only in radio, but all those typewriters we witnessed in our lifetime. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, when you just think about it, the models, you know, from the manual to that IBM with the smooth thing to just
the big beige one that had the ball.
Right. Shake. The computer. Yeah. You know, it's weird, man. It's like we saw all that in one generation. Man.
Well, we all three of us were working at the same radio station when the programming department got their own fax machine, and it was like a national day. We were dancing in the streets, and all of a sudden the lunch hour had a fax component to it. Where you could fax in your request.
Yeah, man, fax it in.
You know, that was the thing.
My God, isn't that crazy?
Does anybody? You work at a news talk station, Troy. Do y'all still use fax machines there?
Hell no. No,
I didn't think so. I mean,
I think people.
I know real estate offices still use fax machines. I know that.
You can still fax in documents to people. You know, sometimes. They're still. I think they're still utilized, but you know, it's just not
nearly.
Not the. You know, when did let me ask this question: when did you unplug your fax machine at your house? Because a lot of people had them.
Yeah, I had a fax machine, and my wife sells real estate, so we had a fax machine for that purpose. But I never really used it.
But you know, somebody went into their office one day like, let me get this thing out of here. Anybody said no. you know what I'm saying?
Well, I had to laugh at myself because I had, you know, we have the, you know, printer, fax machine, whatever, and I was still in my mind. We updated it, and I was like, oh damn, this thing ain't plugged into the phone line. And it was like, oh, wait a minute, there's Wi-Fi.
Yes, Wi-Fi
there. Yeah, you can. I was like, no, because the phone line is not connect. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, actually, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark, at the house with the family, do y'all still have a hardline phone?
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Allison, still she kind of has almost like you know, she's like, well, an important call. I don't know about that. School and important call, but I mean, everybody calls you on the cell phone, you know?
Yeah.
And the schools basically email you now, so.
Yeah, it's true. And text you.
But I'm not gonna, hey, Allison makes the big money. I just, okay, all right, dear.
Do you freak out? Do you freak out when the phone rings?
Who's that? Well, no, you know, I've never answered the phone, so I ring and never answer.
So in the hardline world, you don't exist.
I do never, because that is a Bill world that I definitely don't want to. Hello? No, he's not here. Okay.
This is Gerald.
I think that's right.
Yeah, it's Gerald. You need a belt?
No, I'm Gerald. Mark's not here right now.
He's not here right now.
Anyway, that's the episode of Scandal, Season 6, Episode 4, The Belt. If you can like it, if you can share it, that would be great. I got a message from someone last week who says if I wanted to share it on Facebook, would it be better to share it from your page and just share what you posted, or do I need to post the link? Well, actually, if you just share it from the Facebook page, Facebook will put it in front of more people.
Uh-huh.
If you just take the YouTube link and put it on Facebook, they're not going to put it in front of as many people because they want you to buy an ad to put it in front of more people. Uh-huh. Now, if you want to use the YouTube on your own website or just send it to someone else so they can check it out, that'd be fine too. But you know what? Whatever's convenient for you, we welcome.
You do your thing.
So Tony, you said share it on Facebook. What were you just saying?
So when you know how you post something on Facebook,
yes,
and if the share button, if you use that, they'll put it in front of more people than if you were to take the link off of YouTube and put it on your Facebook page.
Gotcha. Now,
because that's not organic.
Do you put it on Facebook?
I do put it on Facebook, and it got like 1,200 views in like 4 days, and on YouTube it got 29.
Okay, so Tony, you're gonna put it.
There were more than that.
You put it on
your everywhere.
Facebook. Okay, so I'll share it from your Facebook then.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I mean, whatever way you want to do it is fine. I mean, really, beggars can't be choosers. We're just looking for support to grow the show and grow the channel.
And we are available for paid gigs, by the way. Any kind of gig you think of, we'll do it. Yes.
Three funny guys. People will say the show is funny, so we got that covered.
We got to, you know what, guys? We definitely have to do. I guess we have to pick a city. We got to definitely do
like a meetup.
Yeah, a meetup. Yeah, or almost a podcast type thing where we talk about Scandal.
Yeah.
Let's do one in D.C., Dallas, and whatever. See what happens.
Do one in each of our cities
we go.
that we're in. Right there.
New
Problem solved.
New York, here we come. St. Louis.
It'll never happen, but let's do it.
Oh, nobody's in St. Louis. So Troy, are you Troy, are you DC or Baltimore?
Well, I'm in both.
So Troy will do DC, Tony, Dallas. I'm doing Jack Buck, but Jack Buck's we're not in St. Louis.
Yeah.
we're not in St. Louis, man.
And Jack's dead, so I'm sorry.
And well, you know what?
I'm dead. Taking a dirt nap. You can get my son every weekday.
You know what? Stop, because they're friends of mine. Okay, Julie Buck is a beautiful woman, a nice lady, and Joe is Joe, man. So just stop.
Known him since he was a kid.
Well, that's true.
Since he was a toe-headed boy. Now he's wow. You see that story about Joe Buck and the hair?
Yeah.
The hair plug?
Killed himself?
He was addicted to hair plugs.
Yeah. That was very brave for him to come out and say, because I think he's I think he's wearing it now.
Yeah.
Actually, he had a phone for his wife and one for the plug. He had two phones.
He said the plug is for you. It's like plug in your headphone. Anyway, that's it. You can tell it's the end of the day because we're tired and we're just loony right now. Or at least one of us are loony. So.
Oh. Okay, well, my bad.
Yes. There's a song too.
Yes.
There's one for the plug and one for the. Oh, you didn't Troy on that song?
No, I missed that one.
Yeah, Troy, you have to Google Two Phones by what's the name? Tony, do you know you're in Dallas? Baby know the song, Tony. Good point.
Oh, okay.
Kevin
Gates?
Kevin Gates, man. Look that up.
All right. Two phones.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, we're Men on Scandal. Mark Clark in D.C. and Troy Johnson's in Washington, D.C. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. Thanks so much for watching, sharing, and supporting, and we'll see you next week.
Tony Washington, everybody.